Look at that. What? That is... I hope that's in focus because that is absolutely beautiful. Anyway. Hey everybody, Krawdad and Rusty here for another adventure on Krawdad and Rusty's Adventure Channel. And we're going to show you today how we get the stones ready to make wire wrap pendants like we did in the last video. If you didn't get to see that video, it was from a week ago. Just go to the previous video and check it out. Rusty's here ready. He's losing patience, but we're going to show you the first steps that are necessary to get the Yadonite to a place where we can tumble it and then polish it. This is a Harbor Freight saw that was a gift from Bob Wilson. He got himself a newer one, and this one works great for me. I don't do as much stuff as Bob does on the saw, so this is really nice. It's a water-fed saw to a diamond blade. It's a 10-inch blade, so that means I can cut slabs about that wide. It gives me a lot of options over a smaller one, and it works really good. So we're gonna cut a few slabs and show you how it's done. You ready, Russ? Yeah, you don't sit here when we do this. I know. All right, I already checked the saw out, so I know it's working. It's pumping the water. I wear a mask because minerals can put off fibers that are hard for your lungs to deal with. Protect the eyes. That saves a lot of hassle later on. I'm looking at that, and I'm seeing some good stuff. So. Ready to go in the tumbler, and we'll see if we can do a few more. All right, here's that big rock that we broke pieces off of last week. That had, to me, it looks like a deep darker color, and we'll see if we can do it. This is that one little piece that came off. I thought was pretty cool. I've got another piece in here that there's that shark's tooth kind of shape thing. See if I can get that down to shape. Here's that one that to me looked like it was already in the right shape. So we'll cut a couple of these and see what we come up with. There's that shark's tooth piece that we found last week, and I wanted to kind of keep the original shape and yet get it rounded, almost cabochon-like, so that it can go in the tumbler. With the larger pieces, I cut slabs. You can't tell, but I'm smiling. That's a beautiful thing. Look at that slab. I can see 3 or 4 cabs coming out of that. And now what I'll do is I can take that into Ruth and we can draw shapes on that, and she can say, yeah, this is the best color here, and we'll get it. So I'll cut the rest of this rock up. I can see, look at that. That is solid. There are almost no checks. There's a couple of them here and there that will appear, but that's delightful to me. I like it. Let's do it more. Look at that piece. All kinds of colors in that. That'll be fun. I can see two really nice cabs coming out of that. There is a check I can see in it right through here that'll probably break off, but there's still plenty in there. Love it. Let me show you my setup here on my machine. So there's the rocks we're working with, and this is where we cut them. This is where we make, as you can see, it makes a lot of mess, but we can get some pretty nice slabs cutting pretty easily. So here, this one here is really easy to see. You can see the checks coming through. That'll dictate the shape of the final stones when they come through. This one here, I'm very excited to see what happens with this piece, the way the colors are, and once it's polished, we might actually get a little schiller out of that. This is the original first piece that I said in the last video that, yeah, that already has the shape, and that is a natural shape. And once I get the taper into it and take off that white coating on the outside, it should be a beautiful piece. Here's how this machine works. You can see I have a pump down here, and the pump is what supplies the water to the blade, and that keeps the blade cool and lubricated. So it's actually removing instead of burning through the material. Let's take a couple of these pieces inside and see what they look like with light. There's my tumbler. It's a Lortone Model 3A. It's the smallest one that they make. 3 stands for 3 pounds. Basically, it can do about 3 pounds of stones at a time. They get bigger from there. I've had this particular tumbler for, I don't even know how many years, quite a few years, probably 8 years or so. And it's been doing this most of that time. Very little maintenance, clean it up once in a while. Usually each time that I put a new set of rocks in there, a new batch of rocks, I'll clean it up. But other than that, it just tumbles. When I first started out, I bought the Lortone set of tumbling media. What I found out is it's a lot cheaper to buy it by the pound, like several pounds, and if you can get it in 5 pounds, it's going to be the cheapest. I just take it from the bulk packaging and put it into these containers, so I always know which one I'm working with. This is the Lortone tumbling guide, and it gives you a basic idea how to load your tumbling drum and how many tablespoons of each of the grits, including the burnish. Okay, just want to show you real quick how I make the little clasps for the copper chains that I've been using for the pendants that I've been making. So I want to start off with just a nice square edge, or I should say square end on the wire, and then I do a half bend with my round nose pliers. Then I come back here part way, and I'll go all the way around to meet that spot, and then I'll grab it right here and go all the way around and past, and then I cut another nice square end.
just like that. So that's the one end. Put it over here. The other end, I just do a figure 8. So it's very similar. I just go all the way around and then come over here and go all the way around this way and past. Getting past is what allows me to have that straight edge nice and even. Nice square edge there too. Then I take him with my little jewelry hammer here. This not only flattens them, it tool hardens them. Then I have a little rounding tool. It just takes the sharp edge off so it's easier to clip. And we're ready to go. I don't bother closing these up until they're actually on the chain. This is how I do the chain. I'll just take a I've been doing these at 17 inches. So that's from there to there. One end I can put the hook clasp on there and bend it down to complete the circle. On the other end, put the little figure 8, bend it down, and that makes it nice and easy to hook the ends. Hook that there, adjust it there, and it makes for nice clasp. Just polish them up and they'll be ready to go.